welcome back to another day in the life of a reseller vlog. Today is Monday, February 26th, right? And I've been busy this morning editing yesterday's vlog, getting that finished and published to the site. Yesterday, if you guys watched yesterday's vlog, I sent 81 hats to auction in the small store. So that's kind of an experiment of mine. I've been listing a lot of hats this week. And I bought a 68 hat lot for $103 plus some other lots, and have been just listing hats like crazy all week. So I decided to send some of the lower priced hats in my store to auction to kind of test that auction market and see how it does. So yesterday all day I just sent listings to auction throughout the day, a few every few minutes or whatever, all the way throughout the day. So next Sunday they'll all be ending in the small store. Send them to auction for $4.99 with a $6.49 buy it now, so we can kind of see what the market will do with some low priced hats like that, if there's still a viable option to send auction to make money on auctions. So the thought is, if I can do this with the hats, if you know, some of the lower priced hats will sell at auction, then I can load up with some online arbitrage purchases at the beginning of the month and list all month, and then send them all to auction with low price stuff to recoup and make your investment back. I don't know, it's just something kind of fun to try to get rid of some excess inventory. I know you list a lot of hats like that, some of them just sit around for a long time, and I've adjusted all the pricing on a lot of these things. In the small store, everything is with calculated shipping, all the hats are now, so that's what I've been working on throughout the last few days. Been sending other listings, older listings, adding calculated shipping to those and lowering the price points, and it's just a long process to kind of flip a store like that, to go away from free shipping. I've been listing with free shipping for so many years, and I think I'm focusing my efforts on the small store since it's just shy of 2,000 items, and then once I'm done with the small store, then I'll likely do the same thing with the big store, which is over 4,000 items. So just chipping away at it, revising a few items every day, and hopefully getting some fresh eyes on it and selling some of them along the way. But I want to try to use that auction market if it's at all possible. Even if you have to sell stuff below market value, if you can use that to recoup your investment, that's kind of a fun little venture. But right now I'm logged into the big store and I'm looking at a couple orders that came in overnight. Let me show you what sold. First item that sold for $14.33. It's a Lego Star Wars Chewbacca minifigure keychain with LED light, 3 inches. The other item that sold for $8.64. It's a new pretty little thing, orange, size 1 plunge bodysuit, UK 4, European 32. So a little bodysuit and a keychain, that Chewbacca keychain, I think it came from a storage unit. The bodysuit also from a storage unit. A lot of times you'll buy these kind of like single mom storage units and you're just surprised at how many clothes are in those units, and a lot of them have tags on them. You know, people just like enjoy buying as kind of retail therapy, and sometimes as a storage unit clean out guy you can benefit from that, getting all kinds of brand new inventory, although a lot of it is kind of lower price stuff like that. You're not going to make big bucks, but if it's brand new with the tags, you can list it up and make a few bucks. Alright, 2 more orders for the tote, and 1 and 2. Alright, I just logged into the small store. Looks like we had 3 sales out of the small store. Let me show you what sold. 3 sales for $42.82. $42.82 for 3 sales. Let's see what sold. First item sold for $15.99. It's an International Concepts gray and black long sleeve men's dress shirt, size extra large. Second item that sold for $16.35. It's a dip blue and white long sleeve men's crew neck sweatshirt top, men's size large, cotton. Third item that sold for $10.48. It's a large canvas Team Army short sleeve polyester rayon gray graphic t-shirt. Alright, so 3 orders out of the small store. One of the benefits of sending 81 listings to auction is that you kind of get a spike in impressions. eBay kind of counts that as new listings in a certain way. It's getting into a new realm of eBay. You know, people who search for auctions are getting their eyes on those listings, and they might venture into your store and buy a few more items, and I think that was the case If you look at the impressions, you can see it spiked yesterday when I sent all those to auction. Here's a look at the impressions chart, and down here is the page views chart. So as you see, the last couple days when I've been sending those to auction, it's really spiked. And here you see we got a 9.8% in the slot impressions, and the top 20 search slot impressions is up 2.7%, 2.8% there, 40,000. So those top 20, that's where you want to be. That's a good news right there. So those top 20 search slot impressions, if I'm assuming that that's when they search for something, you're the top 20 in that. So you'll be on the first page probably. They don't have to scroll through a bunch of listings. You'll be right there amongst the rest of the competition. Top 20, that's where you want to be. If you can be there, yeah, that's the spot. Alright, here it comes. Get these shipping labels printed. We got 3 orders out of the small store this morning. Let's get these labels on them and out to the customer. Alright, three more for the tote. 1, 2, 3. That tote is almost full. Alright, it's been a kind of slow Monday morning of sales. I got all my orders packed up and have been relisting items, revising items, listed a few hats, but got a nice full tote of weekend orders that I'm going to take to the post office. Then I'm going to go for a run. Of course, I'm going to take you guys with me, so let's hit that road and get on the road and get some exercise in. Here it is, a nice full tote of orders. Let's take them to the post office. Alright, we made it. It's about 4:30 now. Arrived at Lake Padden. As you can see, we're gonna get in some mileage, get that 2.6 miles in. It's pretty cold out there today. There was a few snowflakes as I was driving into town. Once you got into Bellingham, it wasn't too bad, but heading in there, it was looking a little bit rough. So glad it's not snowing, but it's cold out there. So we're gonna stay bundled up and get around the lake, hopefully in one piece, and once we get back we'll talk some more. Alright, we did it. Another successful 2.6 miles around Lake Padden. Pretty good run. I'd call it a 7 out of 10. Calves were a little tight, back was a little tight, but we made it around. Towards the end of the run I was thinking, you remember that old Annie song, right? The sun will come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. You guys know the rest. There'll be sun, right? Tomorrow will be the sunny day. Today was not that day. Today was dark. Today was gloomy. Today was cold. And I didn't really want to get out there. It was snowing as I drove into town. And I just didn't want to be out there. But I forced myself to get out there, get some exercise in. And it seems like days like this, you get a little down on yourself. You know, when I'm sitting behind a screen for long periods of time, I get a little bit depressed, a little apathetic. Just don't want to be doing what I'm doing, sitting there the whole day. So it's good to get out. There's a lot of people that have jobs like this kind of have that dissociative behavior where they dissociate themselves from society, right? They sit there in their room and they just do their thing. They don't really have a community of friends and family too much, you know. They're just alone a lot. And a lot of times that can lead to bad things, you know, take you down the bad path. I think, you know, this whole YouTube thing was kind of an effort to build a little bit of community so that I don't feel so alone doing all this. But, you know, I haven't quite got to that point yet. You know, there's a few people commenting and joining in the videos and whatnot, but it's not really the community I want it to be yet. So when I have days like this, you know, you tend to get a little bit down on yourself. You know, the sales aren't rolling and it's kind of a slow Monday. You've been working on things all weekend and you're waiting for that reward that often comes after a few days, but it hasn't hit yet. And then the worry sets in. You know, you start to worry, am I doing it right? You know, I've been doing this 20 years, you know, it should be turning around. You know, I'm putting the effort in, putting the energy in, putting new listings up, revising old listings. You know, these sales should be coming in and they just don't appear. But I think what I need to do is change my way of thinking, you know, try to be grateful for that downtime, be grateful that I can kind of take a day to decompress, to, you know, we talk about this red light, green light game, you know, to go, 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 you got to be ready to go, but you need those down days so that when the time comes, you're ready to hit that gas again. And I think I've done that with this YouTube a little bit. You know, I'm just doing these daily vlogs now. I've kind of cut out a few other things, and I'm going to do this for a while, and then maybe I'll jump back into these Brian Reads the News. It's just a lot to do in one day. You know, get multiple videos up, multiple listings, packing orders, and there's never really time to decompress. Yeah, I think a lot of full-time resellers don't really talk about that part of things, you know, that they work weekends, they're working 7 days a week oftentimes if they're full-time, until they figure out the system that works for them, you know, where they can have some downtime. And, you know, there's a lot of talk about, you know, making enough money to get an employee, but, you know, if you're a one-man show and you're working with low priced items, there's really no option to do that unless the production is so massive that you can afford it. And you know, after 20 years, I haven't really figured out how to do that, and I don't think it's in my future either. So I'm kind of looking at these alternative ways to make extra income in terms of, you know, photography and obviously this YouTube if it ever takes off. So we're approaching halfway to monetization. You know, I'm halfway there almost, and that's kind of the milestone that I'm after now. And then hopefully it's all downhill from there. Things will get monetized and I'll get that first paycheck. But sometimes it just feels like it's a lot of talking into this camera to nobody, you know, for what? And you kind of wonder why, you know. But I heard, I saw something online that says, you know, it said something like, once you get there, you're never going to care about how long it took. You know, once you get there, you're not going to care about how long it took you to get there. You're not going to worry about all the videos you made prior to that point. Once you get to where you want to be, then you're going to forget all about the struggle. And maybe forget is the wrong word, you know, but you know, the past is the past and you got to live in the present. I think that's the most important thing with all this. Take each video as it comes, each day as it comes, you know, let it be what it's going to be, and don't worry about things too much. Like they say, right, the sun will come out tomorrow. Today is a tough one. It's kind of a gloomy day. I'm going to take you out there. I'm going to show you the lake and be grateful for what it is, but definitely looking forward to tomorrow. So hopefully if any of you out there who enjoy this cold, brisk winter weather, you know, enjoy the most of it, be grateful for it, and be ready for that spring to come around, because it's coming, and I'm ready for it, so you guys got to get ready for it too. So I think March 20 is my mom's birthday, first day of spring. I think it's the 20th, right, Mom? And we always celebrate that first day of spring, so hopefully I'll get to spend that time with her this spring and enjoy some of this sunshine with her as we bring in the new season together. I haven't seen her for a while, but hopefully I'll get over to her place and see her again real soon. Yeah, I think it's important to be grateful for these the different emotions, what they teach you in life. You know, you're not supposed to be happy all the time. Sometimes when you have a down day like this, you're kind of feeling sorry for yourself, a little apathetic, a little depressed, and you can channel that into what you want it to be, you know. Let it exist for a moment and then realize that you're going to bounce back from it, and the next day is going to be better. When you're a full-time reseller, there's a lot of ups and downs in the business game, and it can definitely affect your mood. And my mood kind of goes with the sales cycle sometimes. You know, when those sales roll in, I'm in a good mood, and when they're not rolling in, I can tend to get a little bit grumpy. And I think I'm definitely in grumpy mode right now, but I'm going to fight it. I'm going to go down to the lake and give you guys a look at it, see what we can see. So let's head on down there now. I think what maybe I forgot is that today is Monday, so maybe I just got a case of the Mondays, right? Maybe that's all it is. All right, we're down here on the water's edge. Let's give you guys a look at this lake. Let you know what it looks like today. I did see the little ducks out there. I do see some wildlife over there in that area over there. Let's walk over there and see what we can see. It's kind of a cool little bundle of sticks in the water right there. If you look over on the other side there, there's like 3 ducks, I think, in that little marshy area. So there might be a few more than 3 ducks over there, but there's a bunch. They like to hang out over there. Do see a few snowflakes falling from the sky, so that cold weather has not subsided. Still cold out here. Definitely gonna get back to the car soon. Yeah, on a cold day like this, you almost need an extra layer. It's kind of almost too cold to be walking around here without running. And of course, the moment I walk away from the water's edge, the ducks fly in. Would have been a perfect shot. Seems to always work that way. They see me walk away, then they come flying in. Let's see if I can sneak up there and give you a look at those white ducks. Alright, there they go, swimming away. We're gonna hang out here for a little second. Maybe they'll fly in again. They came in right in that marshy area, dove right in there, right as soon as I walk away. Bad timing, I guess. There's a lot of these little birds out here. I don't know if they're little robins or what they are, but there's a lot of them, as you can see. 3 or 4 sitting here looking for a little free meal. They're also up here in these trees. If you look around, they're kind of quiet up there in those trees, blending in. So there they are over there. You see him flapping his wings? The black and white ducks. They tend to spend a lot of their time underwater and then they come popping up. So I'm not sure if they're feeding on something at the bottom of the water of the lake there, and then they come back up, but they dive down and then they come back up, pop their little heads up and dive back down. And they can tend to stay underwater for probably upwards of a minute. There's one pretty close, swimming across toward his other buddies in the middle there. The others just went under the water. There he goes, flying in. So you hang out here, you could get some action. You just gotta be patient. Patient and not expect it to be anything fantastic, because you are pretty far away. There are some kayakers out here coming your way. There's one right there. Out here on the water getting some exercise in. Let's see if he can scare the ducks this way. Here they come. They don't know what to do with him over there. That's probably as close as they're gonna get. Here they fly by. There they go. Well, it's cooling off quick, so I think I'm gonna head back to the car and head home, try to get some work done. Maybe take some photos and set up a plan to list some more interesting items into the store tomorrow. Try to get back into list mode a little bit. Alright, we made it back to the car, nice and warm in here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these little moments of gratitude as well as the look at the lake. I try to do these every time I go running over here. I give you guys a little bonus video. This is part of the daily vlog that I put out on my day in the life of a reseller vlog. So if you want to join that, you can subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. It usually comes out every morning, so when you ring that notification bell, then you'll be notified when it is published. But I'm gonna head home, get cleaned up, get something to eat, and do a little bit more work. Hopefully we go home to a few sales, because it was pretty slow today for a Monday. A few sales out of both the stores, but nothing too big. And I gotta kind of remember Mondays are slow, but one of these days we'll have a big Monday, right? And then things will change, and I'll feel much better about things. That's kind of how it goes with this eBay game. You gotta put that work in, and you get that reward from doing so. So as you can see by the back of the truck here, it is snowing here at home. Coming down pretty good. Nice layer on the trees and the grass and the shrubs. But I'm not going to stand out in the snow like some fool. I'm going to go in, warm up, and get back to work. Alright, I got back from my run, got cleaned up, had something to eat, and we had 2 more orders come in. Let me show you guys what sold. First item sold for $8.46. It's a large active basic t-shirt, women's solid crew neck short sleeve Langland. Langland? I think it says. Lachlan maybe? Second item sold for $10. It's an international scrum black crew neck graphic t-shirt, short sleeve, size medium. Here's that back graphic. Looks like some sort of bunny rabbit. And through the magic of video, there they appear. 2 t-shirts. Let's get some labels on them. Alright, here they come. Couple labels to get a couple t-shirts out the door to the customers.
Alright, we got an empty tote. Time to start filling this sucker up again. 1 and 2 orders for the tote.
Alright, it's almost 9 o'clock, which means it's time to end the day in the life of a reseller vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I just finished listing a couple more hats into the big store. We'll continue listing hats. We only have a small stack left, and then we'll be on to something else. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching this one till the very end. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.